Hi, this is Ken with Evvironment TV. Today we're going to talk to the founder, the owner of a company called Flirty Girty, Dave Sumner. Dave also, like many people in the rural areas, has to literally wear multiple hats. He has a company called Flowcom, but he's also a professional, and Flowcom does installations for cable TV and telephone and so forth. He also has a business that sells lures, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but we're going to talk more about ice fishing. He's a champion in that endeavor, and he's also a pro who represents the Eskimo line of ice fishing tents. So we're in here, literally in here with Dave Sumner. Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about where we are?
Well, we're in my home away from home. This is an ice fishing shelter. It's called an Eskimo, and this is where I spend most of my winters, is in a shelter like this or wandering around on the ice of a Wisconsin or Minnesota lake.
And you said that these lakes really become kind of mini cities.
Absolutely. We have lakes in this area that have 150 ice fishing shacks, permanents and portables like this, and families out enjoying the great weather we have here. Not like California, but in Wisconsin.
Well, and you know, it's a little bit windy and cloudy, but it feels very comfortable in here, and I can imagine what it must be like when it's 20 below zero. What normally happens in here?
Okay, well, you can see we're on pavement here.
Yeah.
But,
pretend it's ice.
What we do is we drill a hole through ice, and we have 8-inch to 6-inch holes that we drill through. We put a locator down the hole.
GPS locator? Or?
Well, we have a regular flasher type locator
okay.
that we can see the fish, if there's fish down there, on the bottom or just off the bottom, and we take our little ice fishing lures. This is the one that I invented, called Flirty Girty.
And over 2 million sold in one of those models, right?
That's correct. This, I don't know, it caught on here in 1991 or 2 when I first had it. And we've sold over about 2 million, we figure, of these little lures in different colors, sizes, but it's very effective. It's small, it's heavy, it gets down where the fish are. We put a little wax worm or wiggler on there, and it's very effective, very productive lure.
And so this is a portable shack. A lot of people actually have permanent ones, and they kind of deck them out with all kinds of things.
Oh,
right?
We've seen everything. I've fished in permanent shacks the guys have built. We have a satellite dish on it. We have video cameras at times looking at fish on the bottom. We play cards. It's a good way to pass the cold winters.
Well, and there's a kind of a broadband connection here, because you mentioned that back to the GPS, people are actually, if they find a spot, and they're using something like this, they'll actually get the coordinates and go back to it.
Once I find a good spot, even in the boat in the summer, I'll mark it on a GPS, and I'll go back there in the wintertime. And a lot of times that particular spot will be very good in the winter, because maybe there's a brush pile or a rock pile or whatever, an outcropping that attracts fish. So it's effective year-round. So yeah, we use electronics a lot in ice fishing, primitive sport of ice fishing.
Yeah, and then you've got all the comforts here. You have a nice, comfortable, portable bench, and
well, yeah, it's the great thing about these, you can bring kids along. A little kid can sit next to you, your son or daughter.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time trying to introduce younger people to the sport of ice fishing, but it has to be comfortable, not painful for them. And once they get into it, it's a lot of fun, and it might be a lifelong hobby for them, like it has been for me.
Excellent. Yeah, you said that the inspiration for this invention was when you were a kid.
Right. I discovered ice fishing pretty early, and I loved it, and I've stuck with it. It's become a passion for me, and I have a telecommunications company. We do a lot of work with IPTV, and that's how we've met. But in the wintertime, it's pretty hard to pin Dave down, because my employees pretty much know that I turn my cell phone off and I'm off on a lake somewhere in Wisconsin.
Excellent. Well, Dave, I appreciate you getting a chance to meet you and supporting this great event today.
Well, great. I hope you come back, and I'll take you out fishing.
Excellent. I'll be here. Thanks.
Thanks.